pups, dog pups in the gully there. We just pulled a dead calf out of a heifer and they're just sitting there. Might bring the rifle back and try and get them. Had a shower and washed all the stink off me from pulling that dead calf out of the heifer, and on the way back we dropped the calf off and those pups just sat there and looked at us. So I come home, I've got the 308, the MPR 308 pump action from Wedgetail Industries, and I'm running this Zerotech LPVO. This is a Trace ED 1 to 10 by 24 LPVO optic, and the TSA Outdoors has sent me, and I'm running a trigger cam on there. So this will be the first sort of hunt I've done using the trigger cam, so hopefully it turns on and actually works. It's a little bit touch and go sometimes. So anyway, just up here down there where we went with this new fence, there was another one up on top of the rise here. The mother got off into the scrub up there, we saw her earlier, and the pups all stayed there. So we left the calf there. Hopefully they might go over and start sniffing around the calf. We'll see what happens. Might just park the ute up here on the top of just over the rise of the hill. We've got the tripod and I might walk in, see if we can get one that way. Because they don't seem too scared. They obviously haven't been shot at, spooked before by vehicles. So hopefully might be able to get all three of them. At least 3 pups I think. Just as I pull up here, look at this, get a few spits of rain coming down. We're going to have to hurry. There's a storm out there, probably on its way this way, and if it gets any cooler they'll probably poke off. So they were just down underneath those trees in the gully before. Yep, there's one. There's the cow we pulled the calf out of. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to try and poke around and chew on her backside and get in there before this rain comes. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them there. They're just starting to move off in the rain, so I might be a little bit late. It hasn't been raining for months, and here it's coming, so it's getting all wet here. I think both parents just came and put all the pups in a log in the gully here, and they've just gone down to the gully to sit under the trees there. So I might go and try and get the parents first. Okay, I think I just gone into the gully just down here. I'm not 100% sure. I can't see them. I'm pretty sure it was the 2 parents. There's the dog pups over there. Got their head sticking out of the tent. Just in the gully there. Got her. Got that one. Getting a bit far away. Oh. That one's down again. It's starting to go. Oh, yeah. Another one. Another one. Now's the time to get them when they're little pups. One got away up the hill up there. Only a little pup, so there's a cow and calf up there, and I think she's looking at something. Go and have a look. Yeah, so they're only half grown pups. Got him through the head. I'll come back to him. There's a few to go and find. Righto. I thought I saw something moving there. Cane toad in the hole. Got one pup there, two pups. This is where they're probably a den they've been living in, a hole in here in the gully. But got 1, 2 there, 3, another one over there, 4, another one here, 5 over here. That one there, headshot I think, on the run. Not sure whether there's a... I hope I got this big one that was taken off, which I think could be the mother. I'm not 100% sure, but she was got up and was trying to go again. Well, the rain certainly cooled it down. It was a stinking hot afternoon. Might be still more rain coming yet, but just going to try and find this big one I got. I think it was a bigger one. Hope it didn't get up. I took my eyes off it and was looking at that other one, but I know I hit it twice, so she's not going to go. Oh, here it is over here. No, another pup. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly 7, 6 I think. So maybe there were 7 pups and the mother wasn't actually here. But they're big enough pups, so maybe just causing havoc at the moment. Look at that, there's a shower going through down the creek there now. Can hear it from here, but hopefully this bigger storm out here might still come this way. Wait and see. Anyway, I'm just going to go and pick up this last dog here. What is it? Another male, so it's 4 males and 2 females, I think. Which is the best I've ever done from one position. To get 3 dogs taken out like that, it's going to save a heck of a lot of trapping. I'm going to have to put some of this blurred out because it's a little bit messy. Headshot in the run. And 6 dog pups all lined up. There was a 7th, but it got away. And I was having some long shots at him. As he was running up the hill there, it would have been nearly 300 metres, but unfortunately I missed that one. But super happy with that result. If it wasn't going to storm, I'd come and set some traps in around here, and I might get the parent and the mother if she comes back sneaking around, because we were over there pulling that calf earlier. I was walking and we lassoed the cow. She was over in the scrub line over the other end of the paddock. I got the lasso on her neck, but we wanted to walk her back down into the trees. She gave her a drink at the trough, and as I was walking down here, the boss was driving up here and he said he saw 2 dog pups here, one poked off, and I think the other one sat there. But then I looked up after he told me that there was one, I think it was probably the mother, going off to the scrub line up there near where we got the new dam. So there's 2 more to get yet, I think. I reckon I saw the mother the other week. She ran across the track in front of me down here. So yeah, really good result. I'm really happy with how this Zero-Tech scope's performing. It's the first time I've actually had it out and used it, and I'd zeroed it in, then taken it off and put the thermal scope on it the other night when we went pig shooting, and come back and I've just put it back here with these worn mounts, and didn't even sight it in. I just threw them on and come down because they're supposed to have a good return to zero, but can't really complain about that. That MPR 308 is so accurate, and one of the best additions I've put on any rifle ever would have to be this Victor Precision trigger. I can't speak highly enough about them. People say, yeah, they cost a lot of money. Yeah, they're about $600, which is a fair bit of money, but they make the rifle so much better to shoot. They're so much nicer to use and more accurate than your standard mil-spec triggers that come in our platform. Anyway, enough of going on about that. But this is a Zero-Tech Trace ED scope, 1:10 by 424. And it's got these nice little flip-up aluminium scope caps on it, which I've got the back one taken off because I've got the trigger cam on there, so you can see hopefully the footage looked right in the scope. I'll check it out when I get home. Well, there's a bit of lightning out there. I just want to quick jump in here now and just say a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters that support me financially. Thank you guys so much. It really means a lot to me. And thank you to everyone on YouTube who subscribes to my videos. And if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you go down now and smash that like button and the subscribe button just to help promote my videos further. And make sure the bell notification's on so you get notified when I post a new one. But anyway, stick around because there's plenty more excitement happening yet in this video. And one more thing just quickly. I still can't rate this little Smart Dress tripod highly enough. It is still my go-to tripod with this gun clamp here. This is a newer one with the higher sides on it, and the bigger grips and stuff on the thingy, so you can get a lot more purchase when you're tightening the clamp up. This isn't the standard ball head that comes. I bought this one as a monaural ball head. It's just got a bit bigger ball head, which makes it a little bit more stable. But that tripod is such a light little tripod, even being aluminium as opposed to carbon fibre. Actually, I've got 6 dogs here. Look at this. There's another one here. Went right past it. A little bit messy, but that's a dog. That's 7 dogs. 7 out of 8. That is the best I've ever done. Look at that. Out of 1 stand, from near the tree I started there, that little tree just there, and I walked up a bit, and they stuck their heads out of the hole and started laying into them. So that's a really good effort. If I don't mind saying so myself, I'm really happy with that. Well, we've got 3 bitches and 4 dogs. All taken with the MPR 308 from Wedgetail Industries, and got the Smart Rest tripod and then the new Xerotech Trace ED LPVO optics from TSA Outdoors. So thanks again TSA for sending that out, and the worn 34mm rings, the quick QD rings. So yeah, 7 out of at least 8 that were here. So 8's a fairly big litter of pups. So just the mother and the 1 pup to get. I don't know how I even missed. I instantly walked over that one and didn't see it. But it's good to see 8 dogs on the ground. And I think I only didn't even have 20 shots. So a few of them wasted it. That one that was going away. A couple up there is running away, but other than that, a couple of the dogs got more than 1 shot each, just to make sure they stop. So yeah, super happy. Very, very happy. Well, this is probably one of their dens. Dug it all out, dug out this old rabbit hole. I'll get my trusty little O-light. I'll put the camera down in there and see what you can see, because I can't get my head down in there. Anyway, let's go and get them scalped and go home before we get wet. Well, we're nearly getting caught. Rain's coming down, the utes going sideways. Get out here into the grass. Doesn't take much rain for the backside to get slippery. Gotta get out here and do the game. Well, praise the Lord for rain. First time it's rained for ages, and we're desperate in need of rain. It's coming down good and hard. Look at the water here already. It's only been about 5 minutes. The shed pad will get a good soaking. I parked the ute out there to get a wash off. It's got a bit dirty. Poor old titch up there in the cage. He'll be getting scared, but anyway, he'll be right. And I didn't get my dog scalped. They got a bit muddy coming back. So anyway. Righto. Wonderful to end the day with some rain. Righto, see, I've got those 7 dog pups yesterday afternoon, and I only just got home in time and started pouring down with rain. We actually ended up with a wonderful 49mm of rain last night. So it's been probably our biggest fall for the year. So it's been really wonderful to get that much rain. But I thought I'd go and fly the drone down there where I checked that heifer we pulled the calf out of yesterday. I flew down there this morning and she was up and gone, so well, that was all good. And I flew back over to where I shot the dogs, and here's that other one back. And have a look at this footage here as he's standing there. You can see he's looking up at the drone, and then he just goes down the hole. So anyway, so hopefully you can go over. I'm just heading over there now with the rifle again, and the footage I took yesterday was a little bit blurry. Oh, it's a bit muddy here. So I've actually tried to clear the focus, the trigger cam on the scope, so hopefully get a bit better footage today if we see that one. So anyway, I'll see you over there soon. There's one there eating at the dead calf. Another pup over there. Another one there. There's at least 3 more there. The trouble is I've got a few cattle over here. That one cow's saying as the calves have seen me, but that other cow there hasn't. She's still just eating. I don't want to spook her and spook the dogs off, and I'm just going to try and sneak up here a bit further. See if I can get a bit closer. Where the heck are they all coming from? That's about another 5 or 6. Well, I can't believe that. I think I just got another, not sure whether it's 5 or 6. Sure, the only thing I can think of, I think there's some fairly small ones here, that are even smaller than the last lot. So the only thing I can think of, explanation as to why there's so many here, there must be 2 bitches that's got 2 litters of pups. But all those ones yesterday are all about the same size, and I think the first one I shot would have been probably one from them. And then there's another whole mob of them sleeping in the gully here. So, so it's about, could be 12 or 13 dogs. I'm going to go over and have a look and get a count of them, but I think I got the whole lot, and they're all within probably 80 metres of where I shot the ones yesterday, and it's in less than 24 hours since I shot the ones yesterday, so that's got to be my best teller yet, ever. I've never heard of anyone else getting that many dogs in one sort of go, but anyway. I'm pleased to be able to wipe out a whole pack like that. That's a lot of dogs to have in one mob. I've only ever seen one pack of probably about that many dogs a few years back. I was mustering and had the 308 with me. I only managed to get 2 of them, but they were a lot bigger than this then. All sitting down in a melon hole. I can't see any others around, so they're just being camped up here near the water from the rain last night. So they've got water and shade and food all there. So why else would they be? Why would they be anywhere else? But look at this, like a battle scene here. Got 1, 2. 3. This one here be from the one that got away yesterday, I'd say. So a bit bigger. 4, that one's a mess. 5, there's a little one. And 6, this one here eating the calf. So that could be one from yesterday's mob as well. That one and Other one down there a little bit bigger, I think. So another 6 dogs in this. So it's 13 dogs have shot in less than 24 hours. That's unbelievable. Anyway, it's good. But look at this, there's a few bigger tracks there, so I'd say there are still the parents around somewhere. I'd say there's still be a bitch or two, maybe 2 bitches. But they're not going to be that silly. So they're the ones I've got to get yet. But at least it's good to be able to wipe out this mob. I've got every single one of them. So yeah, I'll keep going and go and pick them up and go and get the ute and come and see if we can find some more in the next day or so. You look at this, the size of big footprints here. That's definitely not pups, that'll be the mother. So wonder whether it's worth coming over here on dark and just sort of waiting and see what we can find with the thermal. Possibly. Not sure whether the mother's stuck around or not. But come and clean these pups out of here and get out of here before we leave too much of my scent around. All 6 of them. So those 2 there, definitely from another litter. So that'll be 9 pups, I think, out of that one litter yesterday, and 4 out of the other one. So there has to be 2 bitches here that have had pups. Where they are, I have no idea. Whether there's any dogs with them, I have no idea. I did see one run across the track in front of me a few weeks ago, or probably a week and a bit ago. But I didn't have the rifle with me and I was in the truck. But yeah, so they're all taken with the wedge-tail MPR 308 and with the trace ED from the LPVA scope from Zerotech Optics. So thanks TSA Outdoors for sending that out, and also the Warn QD rings, single piece rings. It's running a trigger cam 2.1 on the top there, and yeah. So yeah, terrific little setup. Really gets the job done, and these, especially on these little dogs, there's no going anywhere after they get hit with a 130 grain hollow point spear in there. Certainly does a number on the dog, but there's no way they're gonna keep going after that. There's one down there. I think that's where that pup I saw on a drone this morning went. One's I shot the other day over there. Here's another den. It's a bit bigger and a whole lot deeper. And I'd say probably where the majority of them have been living. It's in here. So how many more holes they had along this gully? It's just been hollowing out old cracks and tunnel erosion. Could be an old foxhole. Could be a den the mothers have been using every year. You wouldn't know. I have seen holes here before. Probably just presumed they were foxholes, so, but maybe not. Could have been dens for the pups year after year. Anyway, it's good to know. Check it out every year. Well, you wouldn't believe it. I was just got up here to the top of the hill. I got into some service and had to make a few phone calls. And they're talking on the phone. Next thing I was looking out over the gully where I shot those pups before and didn't see anything. Next thing I turned around, look over my shoulder, and here's the 2 bitches coming up the hill behind the ute. But by the time I had to get out the ute and grab the rifle, and she saw me, heard the bolt shut and saw me, and they took off. And so I didn't get a shot. So Whether they're going to be back later in the dark, I don't know, but so I might bring the thermal over here later and see what I can find. Okay, I think we got the one dog there. There's a bigger one down the gully there. Working around where. There she is. So hopefully I can get down there before she heads away. Righto, so here's the one of the bitches. This is that one I shot. I've sort of half given up those pups over there. They every now and then they pop their head out for a few seconds and move around a bit, and then they go back in. So I've come down here. It's after midnight now. I thought I'd just come and have a look at this one, but it's definitely one of the older bitches. Be one of the same ones I saw coming up here this afternoon. She's a fairly old dog. So yeah, anyway, it was a pretty long shot. Definitely got her good. So yeah, anyway, I'll go and get her on the ute, and you never know, these pups might stick their head up and I might drive up there and they might put it up and I can shoot it, see what happens. Well, I shot the one and there's another one back over further, and excuse me, and then there's another one in the gully. I think another pup, at least one, possibly two, I'm not 100% sure. I was looking at one, I think it might have been a rabbit over further. But the other one, I think it went down a hole. He was walking around there for a while after I shot that one, and he disappeared. So I went down there, walked around for a bit, sat there and waited, and nothing was happening. So I thought I might just get out of the area in case I smell swirling around in there. And so yeah, I come back up to the ute, drove down the hill a little bit to where I got a good vantage point and I can see. So I'm about 300 metres from his hole at the moment. I've got the Knockpix Nova mounted up here on the Smart Rest line shooter rest and the door, and just gonna see what happens. So the other one, the bitch was howling at him earlier after I shot that one. So whether it was howling to the other bitch I shot or whether it was at the pups and giving him a bit of a warning, I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, that one's gone down the hole. He just popped his head up. I had a bit of a sneeze in the ute here. He popped his head up before and walked around a little bit, and then he's gone back down the hole again. So might wait it out again for a bit longer and see what happens yet. Otherwise come back in the morning and might be able to get him in and see what happens. I'm just heading out again now and see if I can find that pup. There's at least one pup there, I'm pretty sure. I thought there was a few in the thermal last night, but a couple of them I think were hares. So there's at least one pup to get. Kept popping back down the hole. So hopefully I could sort him out this morning if he's out and roaming around. I'll do the same thing as what I've done the last few days, just park up on the hill and walk, stalk down there and see what I can see movement wise. Hopefully the other bitch that was there last night hasn't come and collected them and taken them away. But anyway, see what happens. She's probably going to abandon them. They actually do. So, anyway, see what we can find. Look at that, it's already only been a day since the rain, and you can already see a green tinge starting to come through, so it's really good to see. Hopefully it responds real quick and grows a heap of grass. Okay, that pup is down there, just in front of those two bushes that are close together. Can't see it as this, but I'm just going to sneak down the fence line here, and the wind is sort of coming from that way, so it's perfect. So sneak up there and see if I can get him before he goes down a hole. Okay, there's actually still two. One there. There's another one lying over there in front of those bushes. They're only young pup still. So he'd be the one I've got to be careful of, so it doesn't spook him. He's going back that way, which is good. There's the other one just in front of that bush. Oh, there's the two of them. One, another one just lay down in front of that bush again. It might be three. Righto, what do we got? It's a little bitch, but here's the den, and the other two have gone down it. I'm pretty sure there was three here, so if that's true, if that's correct, that'll be, must have been, these are probably from the same litter if they got the four little ones yesterday. So there must have been, what, 4 or 5, about 7 in that litter, and 9 in the other. So, anyway, it might have to come back later and these ones might be merged. I'm picking them off little bit by little bit, but it's good to clean them up. Righto, back to the ute now. Got a hanging up on the ute. I think what happened there, as I was walking down, this big wedge-tailed eagle come down flying real low just over the top of where they were, so he's probably watching them as well, thinking he might be able to get a feed. And after that, the two of them went down the den, the other ones have stayed lying in the shade, so if it wasn't for the eagle coming over, probably might have been able to get another 1 or 2. So anyway, you can't live your life in all the what ifs and could haves and what should have happened. Move on and see if we can get these two before the eagle gets them. The race is on. So I might come back again tonight with the thermal, and with any luck find one to shoot.
How far would the shoot be from here? Half a K or?
What's that trough? See if I can get it. About 500, nearly 600 metres.
There must be some fairly long grass there, which disappears every now and then, and then just reappears.
unexpected. I've been watching this bitch going backwards and forwards the whole time, doing laps around us. And then this fella here just walked up on the track as I was walking along to try and cut her off. Pretty sure it's a male. Yep. So he's probably the father of some of those pups. Pretty big dog, and got him on the run. But it's still the bitch to get. She's done these big laps. As you can see in the thermal footage, she started off way down back there to the north of where the pups were, and she's done a big circle back round behind me here and up through the gully. She went right back there, must have gone nearly past our ute, which is about 1 kilometre that way, and she did another circle all the way around and head up the gully. Then she's coming back again, and this fella here is on the track in front of me when I was trying to cut her off. So he's a pretty big old dog too. Oh, he's not as old as that bitch I shot last night. A set of fangs on him now. He's a pretty big dog. Took him with the Wedgetail Industries MPR 308 with the Thermion XL60 from TSA Outdoors. So anyway, really good little setup, and that's dog number 16 now for in the last 3 days. So it's pretty good going, I reckon. Anyway, I don't think that bitch is going to come back. I can't find the pups, so don't know whether she's shifted them on somewhere else, or whether that one there's looking for the rest of the litter I got the other day. So might come back again in the morning possibly, or tomorrow afternoon, check it again and see what happens. Well, had to work a bit harder for this fella. Actually thought it was a dog. We just got back to the ute and looked down the gully with the Knockpix Nova up on the top, and here he was down the gully. So, probably a mate to the one we just shot before, but I had to go a long way. Another tomcat. I did actually miss him the first shot, I think. Good to get another cat on the ground, so here you go, Nick. Another one for you. Okay, I'm just heading up now to go and have a look at look for more of those dogs. There's still those 2 pups that I saw yesterday, but I don't know what happened to them. I can't find them. Couldn't see them anywhere last night. And that bitch was just roaming around doing big circuits around the whole area. I reckon she was looking for pups. So whether the eagles got them yesterday, I don't know. So they just disappeared. But anyway, I can't waste too much time because I've got to go and take the truck into town. The dog trailer's got a machinery inspection, so anyway, got to just go have a quick look, and yeah, we'll try and see if we can find a couple of these dogs as quickly, and if they're not there, we might have to call it quits, because I've got to head down to the block tomorrow to do some burning and burn the forestry out. We've got the permit, everything sorted out, so yeah. Well, I've been down, had a bit of a look. I couldn't see anything. I had a look in the thermal. I got the Knockpix Lumi H35 with me, and it's a terrific little monocular and just a good tiny little thing to hold in your hand. Anyway, I couldn't see anything in the way of dogs. There's a few kangaroos, but the pups seem to have disappeared, so not exactly sure what's happened to them. So possibly the eagle beat me to them yesterday. Anyway, thanks again to everyone who supports the channel, especially to my Patreon supporters. Thanks Roger and Mick and all the other fellas that I interact with a fair bit, that support me financially there. You're a great bunch of fellas and girls as well, and I just want to thank you all for your continued support. But So anyway, if for all those of you on YouTube who do follow my stuff, thank you again, because every view helps the channel out. But if you do want to help me further, make sure you hit the like button, leave a comment, share it around with your mates. It just helps push the videos on further and boost it on the YouTube algorithms. So yeah, so anyway, thanks again for all your support, and I'll catch you on the next video.